What's good, Loyalty Squad? Hey man, we are coming back here with another reaction, but it's not just any reaction, it's crime reaction. Where's my damn sound effects, y'all? No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, we are back with a crime reacts. So we got McDonald's workers got blasted after a teenager snapped over a wrong order. Wrong order? What do you mean by wrong order? Your fries ain't good, your cheeseburger, your McChicken, your soda, or you probably didn't get a kid's meal, or probably want your freaking stinking change, motherfucker. Nah, I'm joking. Nah. So I hope everybody's gonna enjoy this reaction video. So kick back, relax, enjoy the act. We on the road to 500 subscribers. So that being said, let's get into the view. Oh shoot, hold on. Cause I was about to mess this shit up. This is like my 4th time doing this shit, man. And I forgot to mess up all the settings.
No, I saw everything. When she shot the girl and everything. I told her.
This entire case started inside a McDonald's on a quiet December afternoon.
I'm gonna tell you, why everything gotta be at McDonald's?
One woman
like,
dead,
everything,
3
like,
sisters in
rather
police
just
custody, and an
McDonald's
entire
a war
family
zone.
shattered forever.
Every incident I see is happening at McDonald's.
I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. If the way you can call everything like.
Disclaimer liability.
On the 23rd of December 2023, officers were called to the McDonald's on Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard, where the scene was already chaotic. Witnesses were shaken, employees were crying, and the victim, Tamanika Woods, a mother of 4 in her 30s, was being rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound that would soon take her life.
What? Who do this? A mother? She said mother of 3 or a mother of 4? Let's go back. Hold on.
Tamanika Woods, a mother of 4 in her 30s.
Mother of 4 in her 30s? She just, oh my gosh, man. Oh my gosh. Whoever parent it is, bro, I understand you. I understand how people get into messy situations, but don't let your emotion get the best out of you. I understand your frustrations. It could be anything in life, but don't let the emotions get the best out of you, because your mindset will change in the next 5 seconds, and you will probably do some crazy bro. And I see, and it not just happen one time, it happens all the freaking time, bro. Like literally, you could probably get mad at freaking Stop and Shop because they probably misplaced your shopping, your food shopping, and I guess
was being rushed to the hospital with a gunshot wound that would soon take her life.
You got mad upset that you gotta bring something out just to eliminate people out the world. Like, what the hell is going on? I'm sorry, man. If I would have been upset, bro, I can't even get mad because I know what it feels like for people working at a 9 to 5. I work at a 9 to 5, but it sucks that you see.
Shot this girl over some damn food, man.
What?
No, I saw everything. When she shot the girl and everything. I told her.
Oh, okay.
Y'all gotta do better in life. Whoever parent that is,
What you need, sir?
to the teen who pulled the trigger.
One of them work here. The other one provided CPR before EMS got here. Probably gonna get.
Oh, that's probably the victim on the floor then. Oh, they rushed her. Right there. Damn, gang. And the thing about that is, why they walking? They rather just rush. You ever seen them ambulance movies? You know, movies where a victim was getting, if a shooting victim, basically, I'm just gonna say, you know, they should just run fast and say, we need this, we need that, we need that. Bring it to the emergency room, this and that. They just walking. Look, if that's how if that's how you're gonna save lives, yo, that's crazy. God forbid yo. Actually, I ain't gonna say that. God forbid.
According to early witness accounts, the situation started as a verbal argument between the victim and 3 sisters, including 19-year-old Tanaya Evans. Voices were raised. Hands were moving. Nobody could even agree on what the argument was truly about. But what everyone remembered was the sudden shift from words to violence. Inside the McDonald's office, officers reviewed surveillance footage.
Is there another angle?
Yeah. I think it's coming.
Like literally like right in front of the door.
Okay.
Like where everybody's standing right now. Is there a camera there?
Once the officer reviewed the CCTV, they had what they wanted, and all 3 sisters were brought into custody, all to be interrogated separately. Here's what the first sister had to say.
What's your name? Who? Marlo? 1 second. Spell your first name for me.
M-A-L-O.
M-A-L-O. What's your last name?
Woods.
And what's your date of birth?
Oh.
Where you stay?
Where do I stay?
You said missing?
Well, let me give you another address, cause
Hold on 1 second.
You said 154 Cortez?
Gordon Terrace. G-O-R. That's where I get mail and stuff from.
So how old are you?
24.
24?
24.
Magnus
She
Pro
looked like
was a
she's
game
like
changer.
16 or
It made all of your
17, bro.
cables disappear. With the world
She looked like an innocent, person, but the way you could tell by the ball,
So it
man.
was,
And I don't judge by people.
Situation that transpired at the McDonald's off of Ralph McGill. And you was there during that time. What happened out there that led to this event?
From the beginning, so we were in the drive-thru line, ordering food, trying to place 2 orders through the drive-thru. 1 for cash, 1 for card. They informed us that since they're short on staff, that they're only, I'm doing straight from like, I don't want to miss nothing.
Okay, I appreciate that.
They informed us that they're short staff, we can only do 1, so we put all our orders
Well, that's
together,
probably the
we went to
worker.
window. Our order wasn't complete when we got to the window. We were trying to tell the lady we wanted to add more food to the order. And she explained to us that she's new, because it seemed like they had, the lady who first took our
Oh, no,
order,
she's not
she
the
had an
worker,
attitude or
okay.
whatever. So when we went to the window, it was a different lady, and she explained to us, "Oh, we're sorry. I'm sorry. I'm new to working or whatever." And she was like, "Oh yeah, we all understand," because at first we thought it was attitude or whatever. So we paid for our food, went to the second window to receive our food, and we looked in our bags, didn't have everything in it. So we went inside to tell them with our receipt and let them know that all our food was not in our bags. So, fast food people don't like remaking their food or whatever. So I guess they seemed like they were a little, attitude or whatever to make the food. And then my sisters was one of my sisters, let me not miss this, would lead to, okay, so we were still waiting for our food. Then somebody in the back said, "Can y'all, why they still here?" And then one of my sisters made a comment, said if we had all our food, we would be gone. So then, after one of the ladies in the back said that, the lady who was in the front register, I guess she catch drift of all the emotions or whatever. And see, my sister was like right here. This is, where people stand and this is their, you know, whatever. My sister was right here getting the sauce from their inside, and the lady from the cash register was like, back up, doing this like this. And she had an attitude, and I'm not sure what my sister said to her. Then the lady who had got shot was saying, she had spoke up and said something and was telling the girl, like, I already know, like, girl, so basically, like, trying to stick up for the register lady. I'm horrible at telling stuff. I'm sorry. So, then the other lady, I guess the lady taking up for the register lady felt like that was her way to get buck or get big. So she was just walking back like, yeah, because nobody wants smoke, like nobody want to, basically trying to antagonize, saying she want to fight or whatever. And then one of my sisters was like, what you doing all that for, or something, saying like you could clock out or whatever. And then one of my other sisters was just saying the same thing. And the lady in the back, and the lady who was the guest, who spoke up for the register, cash register lady, was saying stuff like antagonizing too, basically saying, oh, called somebody and told them to bring her fire in or whatever, because these 4 hoes tripping or whatever, something like that. And one of my sisters said something like, I got it on me, shoot who or whatever, like basically saying she was going, the lady was basically saying she was going to shoot first. Then, as we got our food, one of the managers, I guess she was a manager at McDonald's, she had came up to me and my other sister, the pregnant sister, and asked us, like, did y'all get everything? Are y'all okay with what y'all need or whatever? And me and my sister told her we're okay, and we was walking out. And then the other lady still kept talking crazy. As we walking out, me and my other sister trying to get me and my 2 other sisters to leave out. And then next thing you know, the lady who told somebody to go get their fire had walked up to one of my sisters. And when I looked, I saw her hand, I don't know what she did. Her hand went like this, and my sister's hand went like this. So I turned around, put my foot down, and tried to grab my sister, because I ain't gonna lie, like, you know? So, and next thing you know, I just heard, bop! So I'm thinking, I'm looking for my sisters, and then I'm just thinking it was a lady that did the shooting, because she said she was gonna shoot first. And then I'm looking, and then I see her on the ground, and then we try to leave, and I see a man with my sister holding her, like trying to not let her go. And then that's when we had called our mama, and we went to go get her, and yeah, came back, my sister and them caught her. And that's really it.
This man holding your sister, did you see him hold your sister down? Or what altercation was transpired between them two?
I did. It was me and my 2 sisters was trying to let him go, let him take him off of her, because he had the gun to her head, like
was
holding
it
her.
her gun or his gun? Or?
I'm not sure whose gun it was. I just seen him holding. I was trying to touch them, like let her go, but at the same time he got a gun and it's to her head, and then next thing you know the gun started doing this. So I pushed back, like, sir, just let her go. What? Not knowing who shot who still at the same moment. So I'm thinking.
Where did your sister get a gun from?
I'm not sure where she got the gun from, but it was already on her.
And you never seen it before?
No.
During questioning, the first sister told detectives that the victim threatened to shoot first. If the victim indeed said that, and she actually had a gun on her, it would have a big impact in the case. But what does the second sister have to say?
So without me asking, because they're going to ask you all that. If it's 4 y'all there, how did they get to that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
when we got in there, mind you, they already missed. They claimed that we had fake 20s, but we didn't have fake 20s.
was somebody that worked there?
Yeah, they was like, we had fake 20. We had fake 20. Y'all never gave us the food and our change. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so when y'all give us our food or whatever, mind you, in the drive-thru at first, y'all give us our food.
I'm sorry for pausing. We're gonna go back a little bit. Hold on. We're gonna start all over. Before we get into this, and I just want to say, I feel sad for whoever works at McDonald's, man. And as you may know, I love McDonald's. I do. And I don't have no negativity or anything about McDonald's. I always said, you know, they always told me like, oh, one day I'm gonna work at McDonald's and shit. But me, that's the one thing that pissed me the fuck off. If I would have worked at McDonald's, there's two things that I hate that working at McDonald's is people yelling at you and shit and say make this and make that, hurry up and this and hurry up that. And second of all, you gotta deal with these customers and deal with people saying, where's my order, this and that. One, because you know me, I'm a sensitive ass nigga, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a sensitive ass nigga. So one false move trigger, say, yo, I'm gonna fuck you up this, or I'm gonna threaten me on some type shit and that and that. Man, I will lose my job right there at the scene, bro, because I don't like that. Really don't like that. I don't like to work in an environment where when you're doing good if you're doing good at the right time, but somehow in the middle of it, it could get something sticky, and you could feel like something could happen. You have like you ever watch That's So Raven? You ever have a psychic vision or something like that? That's how I feel, and that's why I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna work at that. You know what I'm saying? I would love to visit and eat there, but I can't work there. And I see little ass kids coming out from school be littering and making it shit like it's a jungle and shit, bro. And I was like, nah, man. Cause that were the case, I would tell all them little motherfuckers to get the fuck up out of my shit, bro. Yeah, this is not your house. Literally. You gotta put in theirs. You gotta pretend like you working at a McDonald's, and you gotta see what it's like to work at McDonald's. I want everybody to put in somebody else's shoe to be working at a 9 to 5, working at a McDonald's, and they open 24 hours.
Somebody that worked there?
Yeah,
sorry about that. I'm giving you life lessons
and I changed, you know what I'm
and
saying?
tell you about
okay, so when y'all
my
give us our
opinions.
food or whatever, mind you in the drive-thru at first, y'all give us our food.
That's how I
we
feel.
We got half of the food. So we started telling them like, we missing this, we missing that. So they getting attitudes and shit, but y'all should have had it right. So we like, all right, we just gonna come in the inside. So we come in the inside, we standing at the counter. I'm standing like this way, but I'm just standing at the counter, but I'm turned in towards the counter. So the girl was like, we telling the lady what the food.
No, but what I was getting at is, how you doing? There was so many of y'all, like none of y'all, I guess it could happen so fast, cause none of y'all like, stop to the one.
We didn't even know my little sister had the gun on her too, got into it, this was so crazy. Then before my sister even pronounced that she had the gun, later already called for like, yeah, I had all y'all whole widow, all four of y'all, the exact what kind of house I had. That's why we keep asking for the camera. She like, she started calling people was coming in there. She like, I had y'all whole shot, woo. So then when my sister turned, she was like, hell, who shot? And tugged on her like, I got one too, like type shit. So the lady was just steady woo. So mind you, by this time when they arguing, I'm still walking back and forth to my table back over there to my table, get my food and shit. So the lady started putting her hand in my face, doing all like this. So I pointed back on her face like, stop putting your hand in my face, like doing her hand like that. She mushed me 2 times, and we started fighting. Then me and her started fighting, and then some gun went off, but I didn't know that it was my sister that shot. So when the gun went off, everybody just started running. I turned back around because I ain't see my sister come outside. So when I turned back around, I see the lady laying on the floor. My sister was still in there, and the man had up his fire on my sister.
The second sister's story closely matched the first. She repeated that the shooting only happened after the victim mushed food on her sister, and she also claimed no one expected Tanaya to pull a gun. Back at the precinct, Tanaya Evans sat quietly in the interrogation room. She looked tired, shaken, and overwhelmed. When detectives began asking questions, she has this to say.
Your hope gone with the breeze.
Crazy. Over food?
Alright. You go in the restroom? Okay. Alright. GNL investigator Francis, the investigator McCowan. We definitely want to talk to you about everything that took place today. Just want to ask you a few questions. But before we do that, can I get your first name?
Tanaya Evans.
Spell it for me.
T''N''IYA''EVANS.
And what's your highest level of education?
Some college.
And is English your first language?
Yes.
And I'm not asking you this to be offensive, it's just standard, okay, just to make sure you understand, okay? So I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights before we ask you any questions, and we're gonna make sure that you understand, okay? So, you have the right to remain silent, do you understand? Anything you say will be used in court as evidence against you, do you understand? You are entitled to have a lawyer now and have him present now or at any time during questioning. Do you understand? If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you without cost and he may be present at all times during your questioning. Do you understand? You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand? And I'm going to ask you again, and I need for a verbal answer, please. Do you understand these rights?
Yeah, but I need a lawyer. I do. I gotta, my sister.
You said you do?
I gotta talk to my sister for my lawyer.
Okay. So, do you, but I still have to ask you the rest. But let me ask you again, do you understand these rights? Do you wish to talk to us at this time without a lawyer? Okay, so no.
I can call my mama like the lawyer.
She invoked her right to remain silent and requested a lawyer, but the emotional shift came when they allowed her to speak with her mother.
Kanaya, we've been waiting on you to call.
Oh, please help me. I need a lawyer or something.
Okay, so listen. Don't write no statements. We've been talking to lawyers already. They're gonna come down there and talk to you tomorrow. They said do not talk over the phone. Don't talk about it over the phone. You are gonna be okay.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm on that, baby. You okay? Milo and Apple are home.
I want to come home.
I know you do. You just gotta calm down and stop crying. Everything's gonna be okay. There's a way you can call everything. Like, we put the time on the phone, and Lord Dad is like, Lord Dad, he gonna put time on money on your food.
Alright.
You already got like a pen and stuff like that, where like we can call you, enter a pen and stuff like that.
No, I'm at the headquarters in this room. I'm not.
You still down there?
Yeah.
They still got you in question. Did you write a statement?
No. I said I didn't want to talk.
Yeah, that's good. Keep it like that. Don't talk until your lawyer talk to you. Renee Rockwell is your lawyer for the time being. Mama gonna bring her down there and see what they saying and stuff like that. She's gonna try to get you a bun here and all that. So just be quiet. Don't talk about it with nobody. We know what happened. They already got to be. Yeah, we know what happened. Everything. Some other people been recording. That was in there. Everything is ours. It's gonna be all right.
All right.
You okay?
No. I wanted to go.
Oh, okay. Okay. Understand some strong right now, so everything can get settled and stuff, so we get everything situated. Oh, they want something.
All right.
You got my number? Somebody.
I'm gonna stop right. I feel sad, but but on the other hand, why do you bring a knocker to McDonald's? I already said at the beginning. I feel sad for her. I really do. But the other hand is, why do you bring a knocker to McDonald's? Like, literally, like, you should not be having that at all to go to a fast food restaurant. But if I could tell, it's probably going to be first degree. Because basically, I think it's either first degree or second degree. They're gonna slap with the M charge, because if it's second, because basically they said it was all over a food. If the witness says that it was her, was a prime aggressor and is really threatened, yeah, that's the first degree right there. But if they find out if the victim that has the knocker, that means a second degree because she was the victim was threatening her.
Apple number 2? No. Yeah, you need to get apple number 2. What is it? You know your own phone number. Hold on. You know your own phone number, right? Yeah. Okay, because we got your phone right here too. Hold on. And CDC and Keith said they don't want. Yeah, everybody clicked in. So if you win that, we can get
I ain't gonna lie. L parents though. L parents. They should have they should have. I understand that's your kid and all, but you gotta put some aggressive to that. You know, if that were the case, it'd be like, why do you have that in the first place? Like, where do you get that? I didn't even teach you to raise to have these types of knockers, yo. I ain't raise you. Why y'all put weapons in kids' hands?
Get an officer back his mom. What's your charge? Did they give you any charge? Did they charge you again? The investigator came and said murder, aggravated assault,
and possession of firearm during commission of a felony.
And possession of firearm during a felony. I don't got a felony.
Murder is a felony.
Oh. No, you're not a felon. You're not a felon.
No, so murder is a felony, so you can't have it.
Murder is the felony.
What you say, Marty was felony.
But she's not a felon.
No one said she's a felon.
Did you get charged by a convicted felon?
No.
How you gonna say she's not charged? She's the one pulled the trigger. What the fuck?
In the process of committing a felony. Yeah. Hello? Yeah. Don't say that.
She okay?
It's alright. We already got some money to pay for that shit. Very good. You should keep your hand up. Alright. I love y'all.
Love you too. No statement.
Yes, no statement. I love you too, twin.
The moment she heard her mother's voice, Tanaya broke down. All the shock she'd been bottling up suddenly spilled out. She told her mother she wanted to come home. Unfortunately, Tanaya's insane actions not only took a toll on her, the effect could be felt more by the family of the deceased.
How y'all doing?
Hey, how you doing?
How y'all doing? My name is Officer Berlin with the Land Police Department.
That's mom.
That's mom, okay. They told you what's going on?
I want to see my baby. I need to see my baby.
Okay. So right now it's a homicide investigation, okay? Let me close the door. So it's a homicide investigation, okay? With a homicide investigation, there's a lot that goes into it, okay? Your child is unfortunately deceased, so she's considered a victim, okay? We have a lot of investigators and officers on the current scene of the incident, and they have to do search warrants and collect evidence and detain who they need to detain to make sure that we're doing everything correctly, okay? Your child has been worked on here. The Amy is here, but I've been told and given strict orders not to allow you guys to see your child until everything is completely done with the investigation, and I've been told by the lead investigator. Okay, once they do what they need to do with their end, you'll probably receive a phone call, okay, and letting you know if you can see your child and identify your child. But I'm just an officer, and the lead investigators are currently working your child's scene right now on RDA. Okay,
They have both suspects.
Right now, I'm not sure what's going on the scene. I was rushed to the hospital with your child to make sure that she was getting treatment. So I'm not sure what's going on the scene right now. Okay. But I just wanted to make sure I reached out to you and tell you guys my condolences. Stuff like this should never happen. You know what I mean? But once the lead investigator gets enough information, you guys will be notified, specifically you, since you're the mother.
So do she leave her contact information?
Do they have anything? Did you reach out? Were you guys on scene?
Once I got there, the ambulance gone, I left.
So you didn't speak to anybody?
No.
Okay. You have can I get it? You got her name and information?
Yeah. I'm going to put it in our chart here, but I don't know how that works.
Well, can I get a spare piece of paper so I can get her information so I can make sure she reach out to the investigator? Yeah, I got her ID. We're going to need her ID. Like I said, from her clothing down to her undergarments, everything is evidence because they have to conduct their own investigation.
I know it's like
me, reference to a homicide investigator, stuff like that. So I'm sorry you're going through this, man.
I could feel
One
it.
family lost a daughter. Another watched theirs be taken into custody. And a moment inside a fast food restaurant. A moment that could have ended with people simply walking away. Instead, turned into a shooting that changed every life in that room.
Damn,
By the end of the night,
Tanaya
Tanaya Evans was charged with murder, aggravated assault, firearm possession during a felony, and theft by receiving a stolen weapon.
What the fuck? She stole what the? She just got a charge with an M, but they didn't tell you what the first is of a first or a second. Aggravated assault, firearm possession during a felony, and theft by receiving a stole. Where did she get that from? Yo, I don't know. Yo, that is crazy, gang.
The sisters were released without charges, but they remained tied to a tragedy.
Hi, I'm Lisa Figueroa of the Florida Defense Team in Orlando. Unspoken Crime Murders asked me to give some legal insight, not legal advice, how self-defense is evaluated in a shooting case involving a public business. In cases where the suspect claims self-defense, the investigators are going to look at a few different things. They're going to look at how reasonable it was that the person used this deadly force, and was it proportional? Did it match the force that the other person was using? What were the circumstances that led up to it? Who provoked it? Investigators are also going to look at the evidence, physical evidence, digital evidence. Is there surveillance? They're going to talk to witnesses. They'll evaluate the crime scene. They're going to look at the timing about how things unfolded. And they may also look at what the person did afterward. The fact that someone was an unarmed victim doesn't necessarily mean that someone can't claim self-defense. But prosecutors and the investigators are going to look a little bit more closely at the evidence to see whether or not self-defense is valid. They may look at whether or not the unarmed armed person was actually larger or stronger than the person who used deadly force. They'll also look at whether or not that person was charging them or tackling them or somehow cornering them, where the person had no other way to avoid this imminent threat of serious bodily injury. The prosecutors will also look at whether or not the evidence shows the shooter was being attempted to be disarmed. So if the person that ended up getting shot was actually trying to take away the weapon when the person pulled it, that might be a factor they also consider. And then the biggest thing usually is the defender's actions afterwards. Did they stay on the scene? Did they immediately call 911? Did they give consistent statements? And not that they necessarily should, but those are some of the things that they'll evaluate. At the end of the day, the prosecution will look at it, but ultimately in these cases, it ends up being a jury question. And those are the ones that get to decide whether or not the actions the shooter took was reasonable in that situation.
Damn, gang. R.I.P. My love and condolences goes out to the family. Man, this is crazy. I feel like the parents of the victim cannot go to McDonald's no more, because now they gotta remember that same fate that their child lost their life at McDonald's. They were not gonna have no McDonald's. It's like PTSD. Damn, gang. What's your thoughts and opinions about the situation? My thoughts is that girl should be charged with a first degree, because basically, if you can hear it in the story, first degree, yeah, I'll say definitely first degree, because basically they was complaining about food, basically, and you could hear the guy in the beginning with the guy was wearing like a construction worker outfit, and he said, "Yo, you just shot a worker over your order." Basically, if that's the case, that's first degree. Because if you are an aggressor and you plan on threatening the person, and you get mad, everybody be in a hot situation, but the question is, why do you bring a knocker to McDonald's? You can't catch nobody in McDonald's. Only people who are hungry, they went on their lunch break and they just go straight to McDonald's. That's crazy, but yeah. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. Leave a like, leave a comment. Comment below which one y'all want me to react to. And stay safe, stay blessed. Tune in.